For years, U.S. diplomats around the world have been suddenly struck with excruciating ringing in their ears, debilitating headaches, and vertigo. It is called Havana Syndrome, and many speculate that foreign adversaries are targeting Americans with an energy weapon of some sort. But a new U.S. intelligence report debunks that theory. Joe Khalil is live in Washington, D.C. this morning with more. Joe, it is still a mystery.
It is. The intelligence agencies, Mitch, really do have a bit of a mystery on their hands right now because, as you mentioned, for years they had been working under the assumption that Havana Syndrome, as you described it, was caused by a foreign adversary. At least that was the hypothesis they were testing out. And now, after this new report, it actually says that it's really unlikely that it's caused by a foreign adversary. So if not that, then what is causing it? At this point, we, meaning the intelligence agencies, simply do not know. What we do know is that 7 of these agencies, 7, including the CIA, just finished what they call a years-long study, about 1,000 cases they were really digging into, all thought to be Havana Syndrome. And the report concluded, in their words, very unlikely illnesses were caused by a foreign adversary like China or Russia, which, again, was sort of the assumption, and they say there's simply no real evidence linking any adversaries to specific cases. Now, the first couple of cases reported among Americans were at the U.S. Embassy in Cuba in 2016. The symptoms usually included severe ringing in the ears, headache, serious discomfort, some vertigo, Mitch, you mentioned, and it got so serious in some cases people had to stop working or retire altogether. Now, the Biden administration now says it takes this report, it accepts the findings, but that more needs to be done.
You saw the assessment. They laid it out pretty clearly from ODNI. What we are committed to is making sure that our workforce and their families get the assistance that they need through the medical care. And look, the work is ongoing.
So, we talked to some of our sources who basically laid out the fact that there are weapons that exist that could do these kinds of things. But again, the intelligence agency saying this was not from a foreign adversary. We heard from the CIA director, Bill Burns, who said he wants to make clear that whatever this is, we have to remember there are real victims who went through real symptoms. We got to keep them in mind and continue to make sure they get the medical support and the financial support that they need. But still, a lot of questions that we have to answer, guys.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.